Okay, let's use the ellipse function to create a circle skirt. So first of all, make sure you know the circumference of your avatar's waist. So we go into our avatar editor. Our waist is 26 and a half. I'm going to take that as 26 for the circumference of my circle though, because we want to account for some stretching that will occur when it reaches the bias. So within our create a polygon tool, we go to ellipse and we can left click on the desktop and create a circle with a circumference of 26 inches. That represents our waist. Okay. Once my wheel stops spinning, we can then highlight that circle. It is highlighted already. And in edit pattern, we can right click on that and let's go. Select all of our lines, right click on them and offset pattern outline. And the offset that you're going to select is whatever the length of your skirt is. So if you want a short skirt, it might be above 20 inches. If you want it midi, maybe 26. If you want it longer, a little bit longer than that. So you can play around with that. But the distance is going to be the length of your skirt. And I'm going to select 24. Okay, you get a feel for it because that's about at her belly button. And this is about mid-calf. Maybe I'll do 26. Okay. And so when I hit OK, I don't need an internal line there. Actually, I'm going to create an internal line because that's going to leave that there. And now I've got my circle with an internal line defined. What's kind of fun about this program is I can go back into my edit pattern, select that internal line, right click on it, and I can convert to whole. I don't even have to just cut that out. So I can convert to whole. Okay, so now I've got a donut and I'm going to put that around her waist. So if we look at her, her arms are down, which is going to make putting it around her waist a little bit difficult. So I need to highlight my piece, right click in my 3D window, and I'm going to freeze it so it doesn't drop to the ground when I go ahead and change her pose. I'm going to have her arms up pose. Okay, and now I can unfreeze my piece and then work with my gizmo to rotate it and kind of hula hoop it around her body. Okay. I can strengthen it if I prefer, and then simulate it to drop it down. So as you see, even though I had it at her waist circumference, it's falling pretty low because there's some bias going on with our skirt, and it's quite heavy. So we're going to go back over to our 2D window and make a waistband. It's going to fit on this. So let's create a rectangle, a regular rectangle, an internal one, with a length of 26 inches and a height of 1 inch for our waistband. We can now work on sewing that using a free sew from one end of our waistband to the other and then around our circle. I did from back to back. There we are. And we can then also create a layer clone under. And since that's highlighted, we can then go in and bond that by checking the bond box. Okay. In our 3D window, we can go over and we can simulate that while it's highlighted, or arrange it around our body while it's highlighted. So we've got our piece and arrange it there. I think it should be good. And then simulate it. Okay, I do notice I did not sew the ends of my waistband, so that's something we need to do. Sew to itself. And close that up. Obviously, this has no closure. You would want to cut using an internal line your donut and put a zipper in there, but this is just the basic draft for creating a circle skirt. And now I'm going to unstrengthen this so I can see how it lays a little bit nicer. Great.